welcome to the vlog again. It's going to be a short and sweet one today. Got a car, it's running lean, you can see here, it's running a little bit lean here on one of the banks. And what we're going to do today is we're going to figure out what it was. Let's go.
Yes, my car has failed the MOT. It's too lean on the MOT and it's failed. What could be the problem? I wonder if that could be the problem. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
And I wonder why part two.
That's gonna make it run lean, isn't it?
Well, once the pipe was whacked on, everything was good. And as you can see, I've highlighted how it's switching quite nicely. So, all's well. That ends well, I guess.
Plugged in is that, and it's as dead as a door now. That's the customer complaint. Zero, nothing. Doesn't light up, don't do anything. No instruments work, no lights work. Engine starts, but there's nothing.
Well, there's nothing much to check. We've got 2 grounds. That's okay. That's okay. Got 3 more wires to check. We've got pin 1 and 2. Power supply. No battery support on because I've only just switched it on, so I'm not going to be switching it on for long. So we've got 2 power supplies, we've got 2 grounds. The last thing we need to check, which is really important, is the CAS wake up. The CAS wake up is not really 12 volts, it's always around 10.8 volts because it actually sends messages as well as voltage. It's a dual purpose line, and 10.97, that's about right. And this CAS wake up is a security line also, and without the coded message which is in here, it won't do anything. You can't just put 12 volts on that. If you have no CAS wake up, it's 0 volts, and you try and put 11 volts on, even with a variable power supply, because it's always a bit less than 12 volts is this, even with the engine running, it's always less. It won't work if you do that. It's a security system. So we've got CAS wake up, 2 grounds, and we've got 2 lives. So basically nothing wrong with that. We've got a mouse signal, and we've got a mouse signal coming out. So really, if we can't clean these pins up on the instrument cluster and replace these pins, it's basically goose. It's probably shorted internally. We'll strip it and have a quick look and see if we can do something with that. Quite interesting, isn't it?
It actually has a mouse signal coming out of it, which is really good. So once that's in, it should work. So it looks like the mouse bus is working on it. We just need to fix the power supply issue.
Yeah, so in the end, for the sake of speed, really it's futile trying to do anything with now. I'm looking at the layout and it looks like it's shorted across to the ground, so it's basically the liquid has shorted it. So we'll order a new instrument cluster for it, and that's that mystery solved. Well, that weren't too bad a week, was it? Let's be honest, not so bad. So I hope you love my new format, by the way. I'm just so excited I can't even begin to explain how excited I am. I don't have one of them cool voices like all these amazing YouTube stars. I'm not really a YouTube star, I've only just started. I'm sorry I don't sound like all these cool, excited dudes like, oh my God, you know, I'm not like that. That's just not who I am. I'm a mechanic, that's who I am, right? But without further ado, check this out. This is a wiring diagram I've just created about 15 minutes ago on Visual Paradigm, which is very good software, by the way. And I use that because I can't use BMW stuff purely and simply because I'm not really allowed to. Yes, people do it, but I work for BMW specialists and we're on good relationship terms with BMW, and I can't do it. It'd be much easier if I could just paste that in before I left home into my email and do it. But we pay for it, but it's copyright. So you'll have to make do with my diagram. But it does the same thing and it explains how the system works. So system overview is dead simple. Let's start at the bottom of the diagram. We've got the JBBF, that's like an electronic digital junction box, fuse box, smart device, body module, whatever you want to call it. Switches, it takes signals, it blah, 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 blah. JBBF provides 2 live feeds and 2 ground feeds to the Kombi. We checked them, they were fine. That's 4 wires we've checked. We've only got one more wire to check. That is the CAS, which is over there. I'm going to run out of my arm's going to run out of space in a minute. It's very hard to work out where it's going to be when you're doing this with a green screen. So we've got the old CAS, got CAS wake up, and then we check that. CAS wake up, it's about 11 volts, 10.9, give or take, even with 14 volts coming out the alternator. And it's that reason, it's like that for a reason, because it's a coded signal and it's also a voltage. You can't just put 12 volts on to make up a CAS wake up. The car won't do anything because purely and simply, it can immobilise if you like. Many things have CAS wake up. That's 5 wires. 5 wires we checked. 4 we checked before. 5th one was the CAS wake up. Nothing else to check. All you've got then is the on this area here, you've got the PT cam between the Kombi, which is the thing that's dead, the instrument cluster, and between the gateway, the ZGM. I had to think then for a minute. Getting old, 46. Most bus, that's the last thing, but we didn't need to check. Most bus I didn't draw on the diagram, but that basically comes from the ZGM straight to the Kombi like that, so I didn't really check that. And that's about it, really. Keep fault finding. Hope you love my new format. I've got a new video editor. I'm dead excited about it, and I'm hoping it's going to be pretty damn cool. Quite easy to use, and this is how I've derived the green screen from it, because it's like a digital sort of AI green screen, if you like. I'm sat in my bedroom now. You wouldn't believe that, would you, on the end of a bed? And then I can just take the background out and, hey presto, superimpose myself onto this amazing, cool diagram screen. In the future, I'm going to start doing a lot more stuff like this. I'm going to start teaching people systems. For example, I'm going to do scent protocol, probably in the next couple of podcasts after that, I'll do it. And that's single edge nibble transfer protocol. But I'm going off this now. But that's something to look forward to anyway. And I'm hoping to give a lot of free knowledge away and teach everybody how everything works, kind of thing. Well, I hope you really enjoyed that podcast episode. And as ever, if I'm worth it and you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing, because I really do want this channel to grow. I want to reach people who are new to this industry, who might need perhaps a bit of a helping hand in navigating the ways and the whys of this industry, as it can be quite challenging. So until next time, keep spannering, keep thinking, keep your eyes open, keep diagnosing.